You know how some people will be this atmosphere of absolutely sold out to Jesus. And there are other people who you can tell really know a lot about God, but you can tell that there's like loopholes in their spirit, that they're willing to compromise on certain things sometimes. And I feel like when you get around people who are truly sold out to Jesus, it's so no nonsense about the way they act, but there's still a warmness about their atmosphere a lot of the times, standing to the truth, but not being so jagged about it that it becomes kind of awkward. The way that they communicate still remains completely sold out to Christ, but they have a mercy about the way that they communicate their message of set apart lifestyle. So I think it's really interesting when people who are, maybe they're sold out a lot, but then they have a place in their life that is not totally surrendered to the Lord, and then they run into other people who are surrendered. They're not totally surrendered in a different area, and then another one in a different area, and they all come against each other like they're all liberals and you're legalistic because you're worried about that and you're worried about that, but that's not biblical. And it's kind of funny, but I think the best kind of a atmosphere to be around is people who are truly set apart for Christ, and yet they understand how hard it is because they've actually done it themselves to truly go through the fire that God calls us to, of sacrifice, to go through the fires of self-denial and humility is extremely difficult. Separateness and holiness and righteousness and uprightness before the eyes of everyone, knowing that whoever catches you at any time is always going to catch you being right. They're never going to catch you doing something strange. I remember that when Lisa Simpson caught a teacher who came in, and he was able to put up with anything. People would make fun of him, and he would handle it in such a graceful way. Someone would make a picture against him, and he would just say, "Oh, you're a great artist. Wow, that's talented. Keep it up. Keep up the good work." He'd always find some nice way to respond to everything. And when a teacher pursued him behind the scenes, trying to pursue him for selfishness, and he politely turned her away. And Lisa saw that and thought he was just the most amazing man ever. Wow, I thought you were amazing, and now I know you're amazing. Wow. But it's really cool to be around people who are really set apart. They inspire you to be set apart. People who are compromised and they have loophole spirits, they will inspire you to stay right where you are. They're not going to challenge you on that one place that you need to do. Like, remember when Jesus talked to the rich young ruler, and he said, one thing is keeping you from being right in eternal life. One thing is it that keeps you. And it's like, wow, imagine like what it could be if the real Jesus could really say something directly to us in plain English. Would he say, "Well done, today you're right on target, you're all in"? Or would he say one thing? Do you have that one thing, hypocrite kind of a spirit? Do you have that loophole spirit about your faith? Or do you have an inspiration spirit that says, man, you know what the Lord's been saying all these years. You know what the Lord has been telling you all this time. You know what the Lord has been up to. And you've been you've been slacking on it. You've been stalling long enough. They don't even have to say it. They can just read your spirit. They know what you're about without even doing it. And in fact, they sometimes try to challenge you to see can I get this person to budge? I've heard that before. The guy who led Carter Conlon to the Lord years ago, he came out to his house. Strong man came in there, and he was a really loving, faithful man, and trying to show him the gospel and give him a chance to get into the church and everything. And Carter Conlon wanted to know if he could push him. He would push him on purpose just to see how he would react. They're trying to see what's under the hood. Are you what you say you are? Is this for real? I'll check and see if it's for real. I'm going to push you and say something bad against you. I'm going to mess with you on purpose just to see if this is real. I've seen that before. People doing that to us. I remember when I was a lot younger, and some people coming down the street when we were hanging out after this church service, playing frisbee or just being out in the street talking about whatever on their skateboards or whatever. And some people came up to me and got in my face like they were going to beat me up. And then one guy was talking like, man, I was ready to get him or something like that. And I said, no, hang on, guys. Remember, they were just checking to see if this was real. They've already seen church. They've probably already been burned by people in the church. And now they're going to push just to see it, that they're gonna hit on you. They're gonna put pressure against you. They're gonna abase you or something bad to you in order to check and find out, is what you're saying real in your life? Will you act like a person, or will you act like Jesus?